Hi there, Crafty Katie here to show you how to make a bud. We're going to make a keychain out of this. Those little hairs are scrubby yarn. It gives a nice little texture to make it really look like a bud. So you need some yarn, of course. I'm going to use some very fuzzy yarn and acrylic for a nice little mix. That way I'm not using that scrubby yarn with that odd texture. You need some scissors, of course. A needle, I use a double-pointed needle. And of course, plenty of stitch markers. I like to use one with every single crochet for the round. Then of course a 5mm hook. To get started, we're going to magic ring 6 single crochet. So once you have 6, I like to place a marker on each one so I can actually see where they are. Then you're going to increase one round. So we're going from 6 to 12. Once you have your increase, we're now going to increase once again. For this increase will be the last one. Once you have that, we're going to do 1 to 3 rows of single crochet. That's going to give it a little bit of height on the bottom here. During that, I like to put a bobble. For that, you're going to double crochet, but only go through the bottom half, keep the loop on the top. I do 3 double crochets, so you have a total of 4 loops on your hook when you're done with that. Then you're going to bring the yarn through all 4 of those loops to make a bobble. It's basically several double crochets in one stitch to make a bump. That's going to give the bump to the bud and make it look a little more realistic for us. So once you get that bobble done, anywhere within those 1 to 3 rows that you decide to do, you don't have to do it, of course, but you can put it anywhere you want. Then, once we are done with 1 to 3 rows of single crochet, we're going to decrease. And to make sure you understand, we are going to do a single crochet in the first stitch of those 3 of that leg section, and the next 2 we're going to put them together. So then we're going to decrease down to 2 of each of those sections, basically. So instead of 3 in each spot, we have 2. So we're going back down to 12 stitches. Then once you get to that part, you want to stuff it, and we're going to do another 2 to 3 rows of single crochet. It's going to give it a little more height at the top, make it look a little more like that nug, not like a circle, but that long nug shape. So stuff it, give it 1 to 3 rows of single crochet. I like to do 3 on each. You're going to stuff it again, and then once you're done with that, we're going to final decrease down to 6 stitches. Then you want to slip stitch into the piece to finish it off and cut the yarn. Once we are done with that, admire your nug, and then we are going to weave in that end. I like to weave around the top a little bit, give it a tug, and then go through the body down to another section and cut that off. Once you are done with that, you can keep it as is or put it on a keychain or whatever you would like to do with that piece. But that, my dear, is how we make a nug. I made this one with some nice fuzzy yarn, and that one with some scrubby yarn. I kind of like the scrubby because of those hairs, but the fuzz is nice too.